Alright, today I'm taking a look at the AcePC GK2 Mini PC. Alright, so I love the tiny design and I love the little metallic accents all the way around the side. That's pretty cool. We're using an Intel Celeron on the inside. We got 3 USB ports on the side with a slot for a TF card. We got the power button. We've got another USB, 2 HDMIs. We got an Ethernet port, a Kensington lock, a mic port. This is power, and this, I believe, unlocks the top. Yes. All right, cool. So we actually have another slot right here for an SSD if we want to increase the storage. That's really cool. Nice little small size. And it has these 2 slots right here. So we can actually put this right on the back of a monitor and make it essentially an all-in-one PC. And here we have the DC power supply. And we have the HDMI cable. So let's plug it in and see how it runs. So all I plugged in is the HDMI and the power, and then the mouse and keyboard. I'm using 2 Bluetooth dongles. I'm going to power it on. And at this point, we just have to go through the setup. English. So it is picking up the Bluetooth dongles, which is very good. So I have to go and get some kind of special keyboard in order to make this work. And this is all Windows stuff. This is not the AcePC stuff, so you can use this or not. I always turn it all off. This is the default Windows layout. Okay, so Windows is reading it as having 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's a pretty decent amount if you're going to be doing a lot of browsing the internet. If you want to do some light streaming, that's perfectly acceptable. It is a Intel Celeron J4125 CPU at 2 gigahertz. I wouldn't want to try to do too much gaming or anything on that, but maybe some light gaming or some older games that will work perfectly fine for that. And it has a Windows 10 Pro. Windows 10 Pro, not Windows 10 Pro S. So this is not the limited edition. This is the full version of Windows 10. That's an important thing, because if it was S, you would have to go through and you would have to go to the Windows Store, create an account, and then opt out if you want to install anything other than Windows applications. So since this is the full version of Windows 10, we can install Chrome, Firefox, OBS, anything that we want to on it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, Ethernet cable is in. All right, so now that the Ethernet is connected, it's going to be looking for any missing drivers and setting those up. It's probably going to have a few notifications as it's doing that, but let's see if we can get Chrome. One thing I am noticing while playing with this, the mouse is responsive. Opening Windows is responsive. I don't have to click on something and then wait. As soon as I click on something, it brings it up. So that is a very good thing. And I didn't have to plug in any speakers. It's basically going from the HDMI right to the TV, and it's broadcasting the sound right out of the TV, so it's a even smaller package, so you don't have to fill up your desktop with equipment. Okay, so we got Chrome. Let's use Chrome now to download OBS. And keep in mind, I'm doing all this while it's looking for drivers, downloading things, installing things. It's actually going to be running a lot smoother even than this. I don't know how it can get much smoother because it's already running really smooth, but theoretically, it's going to be running better after it's done actually downloading and installing everything. So right now I'm installing OBS, which is Open Broadcaster software, which is if you see people streaming on Twitch or YouTube or something like that, chances are they're using OBS or some version of OBS or something very similar to it. We'll just do display capture. All right. Cool. So it's doing it. So it is bogging down a bit, and it might be because it's trying to do screen inside a screen inside a screen all the way down to a pixel. But I mean, the fact is, it does work. Check YouTube. You might see a theme here. These are the DeWalt DXST4500 shelves. They are double stackable, so you can set one down at 4 feet tall and set another one down 4 feet above that. Alright, so it runs really well in a window. When I try to go full screen, it starts to bog down, but I'd be willing to bet that if I do a restart and let all of these devices update properly, it will run much better. Do settings here. Just check and see what kind of updates we're missing. Okay, a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to go ahead and install these, and then we'll come right back to it and we'll see how it runs after that. Okay, so I'm updated and restarted. DeWalt DXST4500 shelves. They are double stackable, so you can set one down at 4 feet tall and set another one down 4 feet above that. Yeah, that's running a lot better. So the updates was it. Just got to get it updated and it will run full screen, no problem. I'm just curious now if I run OBS again. Yeah, that's running better. All right, cool. So yeah, it's a computer. It works. I wouldn't try to do a lot of like gaming on it or anything like that, but if you're just browsing the internet, if you're trying to do some light streaming with just a camera, it worked perfectly fine for that. For doing office work, if you're doing Google Sheets or Docs, anything like that, it'd be perfectly fine. And it's great because it's nice and small. You can literally stick it to the back of a monitor or a TV, and you have a whole computer. So overall, nice little computer.